Good morning, friends. Today we will talk about pointers. So, first of all, what's a pointer? Pointer is a variable that stores the address of another variable. So, why we use pointer variables? Every variable has a memory location. Every memory location has address defined, which can be accessed using ampersand operator. So, in order to store the address, we use pointer variables. Let's say, take an example. It's a normal variable which have a value 50. Its address location is 1001. Okay, we are going to define a pointer variable. This pointer variable stores the address of this normal variable 1001. Say similarly, pointer variable have an address 2047, and 2047 we are storing not the value, we are storing the address. This is a pointer variable. Declaration of pointer variable. Like any variable or constant, you must declare a pointer before using it. So general format of declaring a pointer variable, data type, then you have to use a star symbol. It's called asterisk with a variable name. So the example, int star a. We are declaring a is a pointer variable and can store the address of an integer variable. That's the meaning of int star a. A is a pointer variable and can store the address of an integer variable. Like that. Another example, float star b. B is a pointer variable that can store the address of a float variable. Let's try an example. So int var 50. Var is a normal variable having value 50. I'm going to declare a pointer variable in star ptr. It's a pointer variable. Then I am going to assign a value. Assign the address of this initial variable var to ptr. Ptr equal to and of var. So ptr will contain the address of this variable. So address is normally represented as hexadecimal. So you are using %x while printing that. Print of %x ptr will print the address of var which is stored in the ptr. If you want the value, that is, I want to print the value of the value of var. var contain 50. Using this pointer variable, I want to read the value. For that, I will use this format like this: printf %d star ptr. Star ptr will give the value, and simply ptr will give the address it stores. Star ptr gives the value of that address. So what extra we can say about pointers? So null pointer. It's always a good practice to assign a null value to a pointer variable in case you do not have an exact address to be assigned. This is done at the time of variable declaration. A pointer that is assigned null is called the null pointer. Null pointer is a constant with a value of 0. So normally when we initially we may be creating a lot of normal pointer variables, but we don't know where to be pointed. In that case, it's a good practice to use a null pointer. So I'm going to create a null pointer star in star p equal to null. This p is been pointing to a null. It's a null pointer is a constant with value 0. That's a null pointer. Okay, now we will look at some more advanced things. So pointer pointing to an array. You know, we have declared an array. Here we have declared an array of size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, P of 5. P of 5 contains values 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. So P is a array variable. It's an address location 2500, and P's address is starting with the array location 3000, 3004, 3008, 3012. So if I am calling P of 0, I will get 3. P of 1, I will get 5. P of 2, it will be 6. P of 4, it will be 3. It will be 7. Like that. We will get the values. If we call P, we'll get 3000. So p plus 1 will be next value 3004 like that. So same thing, we can use a pointer instead of the array to get the value of an array. So I'm assigning a pointer variable, creating a pointer variable, and that pointer variable is pointing to the array p. Then instead of using p of I can use the pointer variable like this, pointer plus I, pointer plus 0. That is, it's pointing to 3000. So next value will be pointer plus 1, that is 3000 plus 1, that is the next location will be 3004. Like that we will be getting the values. So instead of array variable, we can use pointer variables to get the values of the array. It's very much useful when we want to pass the array to a function. It's better to have a pointer variable instead of array, especially used in multi-dimensional array. Size, if I am declaring a multi-dimensional array of an 100, instead of passing the pointer array variable, we will be passing the pointer variable. It will be more easy to handle. So same thing, only difference in the case of array, we will be using p with square bracket of I. Instead of if we use pointer variables, we have to use pointer plus I. Pointer plus I will get the same locations. So to get the value, we will be using star ptr plus I. This pointer pointing to an array. Next thing, array of pointers. So I want to create a lot of pointers. So that means a pointer array used when we want to maintain an array which can store pointers. So I'm going to declare a pointer array. Array of pointers has been created. 100 pointer array has been created, and that each one have the address of these locations, this array. Same thing what we had done earlier. Only difference is that I'm assigning, instead of using int star p, I'm using int star p of 100. So it's an array of pointers. This is very much used in the case of character arrays. So I'm declaring a character array, sports, which values golf, hockey, football, cricket, shootings, etc. So I'm declaring a pointer array. So we can directly print the values of the it's not p, it's sports of I, it will be sports of 0 will be golf, sports of 1 will be hockey, sports of 2 will be football, 3 will be cricket, 4 will be shooting, like that. So all the value will be printed. So it's very much used. Next, pointer to a pointer. Pointer to a pointer is a form of multiple indirections or a chain of pointers. Normally, a pointer contains the address of a variable. But when we define a pointer to a pointer, the first pointer contains the address of the second pointer, which points to the location that contains the actual value. This normally pointers is used to store the address of a normal variable. So here what we are using is pointer will be used to store another pointer. So we'll take an example. Okay, this is a pointer to pointer variable. PTR2 is a pointer to pointer. Pointer to pointer contain the address of another pointer, and this is a normal pointer that is pointing to a normal variable. Look at this example. Num is a normal variable having value 10 and its address location is 1000. Another pointer PTR1 is a pointer variable with address location 2000 and storing the address of num. And this ptr2 is not actually storing the address of a normal variable, storing the address of a pointer variable again. So it's a ptr2 is a pointer to pointer variable. Okay. So instead of creating a pointer to pointer, we will use double asterisk or double star will be used in star p, which will indicate p is a pointer to pointer variable, that is p points to a pointer variable itself. In num equal to 10, star ptr1 equal to and of num. In star ptr2 equal to and of ptr1. So same thing, num is been printed. Star ptr1 will give 10, star ptr2 will give 10. All the result will be same. Okay, we can use pointer to a function also. When pointer can be passed, I told you when we use array of pointers, it's very heavily used when we are passing arrays. Instead of passing array, we will be passing the pointers. So we can set the return type of return value of a function as pointer. Here I declared a function max. It's passing two pointer values and it's returning a pointer. Pointer value is being returned. So we can write such examples. So one of the main applications of pointers is pass by reference. So we have already covered pass by value, where we are been passing the value. The actual parameter is being passed to the formal parameter, but the even though we have seen the swapping example, the formal parameter is being changed, but actual parameter is still there. So we have to do something to avoid that. So, what is pass by reference? Both actual and the formal parameter refer to the same location. So we want to make sure that the actual and the formal parameters are locating pointing to the same location, so that any change made in the formal parameter will be actually affecting the actual. So any changes made inside the function are actually reflected in the actual parameter of the code. So such things can be implemented using pointers. So how to implement? We will see the example. So I'm again copying the same example. So our function is there. Instead of passing the two integer variables, I'm passing the two pointer variables. Two pointer variables is being passed. So we'll see the example. P equal to 5 and Q equal to 6. Two values are there. Instead of passing P and Q, I'm passing the address of P and Q. So in order to store the address, we have to declare two pointer variables in star A and in star B. And so it's a pointer variable having the address of these two variables. So I'm declaring a normal variable temp, and temp the value of A is being copied. Value of A is 5 is being copied to temp. Then value of A is being changed to value of B. Value of B is being copied to temp. So swapping happens, the value is being changed. We'll see the example. So P initially P is 1000 having the value 5. Q is 2000 with value 6. So I have declared two pointer variables star A and star B. Initial memory status is like this. So 3000 and 4000, two memory variables. Okay. Memory status after function call. So after function call, what happens is that A will have the address as 1000 and B will have the address as 2000. So we'll perform the swapping. So swapping will be the actual swapping is performed. What happens is that the actual value is being changed. Earlier it was 5 6, now it is 6 5. Actual value is being changed. So pass by reference can be implemented using pointers. So we are at the closing stage. So I'm giving you some problems. First question is, what's the application of pointer to pointer variables? So we have been stating that pointer can be used for passing arrays. A lot of other applications are the pass by reference. What is the use of a pointer to pointer? So you just think and find out the answer for that. Another question for assignment. Print the address values of a pointer pointing to an array. So just create a pointer, create an array, then point the pointer variable to the array and print the address locations of the array. You can just print the address location. Just print P, then you will get the array locations. Then just compare two pointer variables. Create two pointer variables, compare them. Directly you can compare. The address is being compared. If the address is pointing to the same location or not, you can use save function to compare that. Another one, using pointer variable perform bubble sort and selection sort. So we have done that bubble sort and selection, but where we are passing the array. So instead of passing the array, we'll be using the pointer variable to pass the array. You can try that. Then another one, create a function which will generate a 10 random numbers and return them using array name which represents a pointer. So you have to create a random function should be created. For that we will be using stdlib.h file. There's a function called rand. Using that we can generate numbers, and you have to store that in an array and then pass that. So that function will be returning a pointer variable. That's the thing. You try these things. Okay, finally, all of you be careful. Corona time is there, so all of you work together to break